Will this be the next fidget toy that you have on your desk? You can't see it. I'm wearing a dark shirt. Just a second. There we go. Sleek Life Design has sent me their new ONO Signets, which have launched on Kickstarter, and we're gonna be taking a look at them of how do you use them, what do they feel like, how do you fidget with them in this video, and I'll make sure to put links to everything that I talk about in the description below. Sleek Life Design has been very successful on their past Kickstarter campaigns. Here are some that I reviewed, such as the ONO Roller and ONO Roller Junior. And following in those footsteps, using the same recipe of an awesome fit and finish, along with quiet usage, comes the ONO Signets. When I received them, they came in this nice little case, which can be used to hold them or display them on your desk. And a nice little snappy lid. There's an optional add-on travel case, which can hold 6 of them at a time and is zipper shut and is small enough that it can fit in your pocket. Inside the case are 12 Signets, which come in 3 different colors of emerald, lavender, and the ones I picked, which are onyx. The Signets are covered in a soft silicone with 4 different textures of urchin, lychee, divot, and ripple. Urchin feels much better than a real sea urchin, if you've ever touched one. It's spiky, but the spikes are very soft. You can actually bend them around and squish them. Lychee has rounder, firmer bumps, which feels like a miniature massage ball. And did you know that lychee is a berry, also known as an alligator strawberry? You learn something every day, because I did not know that. Divot is similar to a golf ball with a very subtle texture. Ripple has little ridges that wrap around the Signet. It's hard to pick a favorite texture, but if I was gonna pick, I still couldn't pick. It came up to a tie with urchin, with the spikes on it. They're squishy, and the ripple with these ridges that go around it. The fit and finish live up to the ONO brand. They are smooth at the touch. I don't see any pitting, and they have a uniform color. And with that nice little touch, I do see the ONO logo stamped right into each of them. Obviously, there's magnets inside these Signets, and I'm gonna do my best to describe the strength of the magnets. When I first opened this up, I expected them to be a lot stronger than they are. I'm used to playing with rare earth magnets, those neodymium ones, and those are hard to pull apart. They're very snappy, and they just snap all over the place and connect to each other. These do not feel like that. They feel more like those ferrite magnets, the more traditional ones, where they are strong, but not so strong they're hard to pull apart. And because of that, you can string up about 6 or 7 of them together, but if you get more than that, it's gonna break off and fall down. So you cannot string all 12 of them together. So I thought maybe they'd be a little snappier, but they're not. But there is some pros to this whenever you get to how do you use them and how do you play with them. Now there are a ton of ways to use them, so let me go through some of them, but this is just scratching the surface. The first way is to put a couple in your hand and just pull the top one off and let it snap back into place. This is a pretty simple yet satisfying way to fidget with them. The second way is to drop them on top of each other. You can see how the magnetic properties do hold them whenever you do this, so it is strong enough to keep them from bouncing off and to hold them on top of each other. Another way is to roll them around on a table. This is one of those cases where if the magnets were too strong, it would just keep snap and jump right up off that table into the other ones, but you can kind of push and pull them around with those magnetic properties. You can take a string of them and pop the bottom one off and just roll it over the top of your hand and just keep doing that with them. It's a pretty natural way to fidget with them that's not too distracting and pretty satisfying. You can connect them in a big long line like I talked about before, but just don't get more than 6 or 7 in that roll or it's gonna drop and fall. You can connect them in a circle. You can use it almost like putty to roll them around. With that magnetic strength, you can feel how they kind of just stick together. It kind of feels like clay. And you can also mold them into shapes. You can stack them up, put them into shapes, and just sit them on your desk and kind of drop them around and see how they kind of form these different shapes and towers. One more note, Signets are not rated for kids of a young age. I'm not sure the exact reason. It could be the magnets inside of them, but make sure to check the website for information. The combination of the soft coating and completely silent usage makes Signets something you may want to pick up and put on your desk. Make sure to leave a note in the comments below and let me know what you think of the Signets, and also subscribe so you can watch more videos just like this one.